Most folks treat stocks like lottery tickets. In fact, they're actually quite the opposite. Today's word is stock. A stock is simply a tiny piece of a real company. When you own a share of stock, you own a part of that business. Stocks equals ownership. And that means the profits, the growth, the future of that business. It's not a guess. It's not a bet. It is ownership in the future prospects of a business. Now, your genuine Wall Street gibberish that you might hear from a professional, hopefully not on CNBC, but these guys in their ivory towers from Wall Street, they might describe a stock as such. A stock represents a fractional equity ownership interest in a publicly traded corporation, entitling the holder to a proportionate claim on the company's assets and earnings. Okay, that is true. But as I said, let's just think of it much more simply. If you own a share of stock, you own a little piece of that company. Stocks equal ownership. I want to stress this, folks. It is not a lottery ticket like we sometimes see people playing the stock market. Here's the part nobody holds in their head at the same time. Two things about stocks are both true. Truth one, as we've seen in various phases of the market, think, April of 2025 with tariffs, think February 2026 with Iran war. In the short term, stocks can be extremely volatile. They bounce, they drop, they scare folks out of the market at exactly the wrong time. That's real, and we need to be understanding how volatile the stock market can be. But truth number two is that in the long term, over a long period of time, there are no other commonly available assets that have built more wealth for more people over more decades. And that's not a marketing line. That is simply history and facts, okay? Volatility is the price of admission. Patience is the ticket. When I first started in this business back in the late 90s, the stock market was going crazy. Everything was rainbows and unicorns. It was the tech and the dot-com days. And we all know what happened when the bubble burst. And the professionals at that time said, hey, Darren, you got to understand, volatility is the price that we pay for returns that are better than a bank account. Volatility is the price we pay for returns that are better than a bank account. So stocks are ownership, and we have to have the viewpoint of, hey, it's a longer term investment, not, hey, how come my stock didn't go up today or why did it go down today? So most retirees ask me, Darren, should I still own stocks at my age? And I'm telling you that that's the wrong question. That question doesn't need to be asked. The right question should be, what portion of my money has a job that needs growth? How much of my money do I assign the task, the job of growth? And how much of that growth bucket then belongs in stocks? Completely different conversation. It's a fantastic way to think about it. Remember, hey, not should I own stocks or how much should be in stocks, but how much of my money should be assigned the task of growth and how much of that should be in the stock market. So here's the question. If you knew you might live another 20 or 30 years, would the way your money is invested today actually keep up? You see, stocks are not the enemy. Treating them like lottery tickets is the enemy. So if you'd like a second opinion on whether the growth portion of your plan is actually doing its job, helping you keep pace with inflation, providing you a brighter future, and helping you maintain your amazing lifestyle, or as we like to say here at Tekton Wealth, so you can live your best life in retirement. If you're not sure, then that's a conversation worth having. If we haven't met yet, my name is Darren Vilardo. I am the founder of Tekton Wealth Advisors, and I've been serving people just like you and helping people just like you make informed, smart decisions about their money for almost 30 years. At Tekton Wealth, we serve people, not products. Next time, we covered the growth side today. Next, the steady, often misunderstood. The other half, that one that does a completely different job, we're going to define a bond and help you understand what a bond is and whether deserves or bonds deserve a place in your portfolio. Thank you so much. God bless.